Welcome back to the origin of chaos. Make sure you guys smash the link crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more on us. There's only one way to kick off a new block, and this is crazy. So this is the Return to Chaos, and yes, packs will now have a redesign, now seeming to feature the anime character highlighted in the set of the new art. Yes, Yugi's back. We've got the old style of logo and so forth, which is amazing. I am so excited. So, Black Chaos, the ultimate magical swordsman. Yeah, whoever gave D-Mock this outfit is amazing. So this cannot be normal summoner set, and it's on a 3025. Must be special summoned from the hand by shuffling a spellcaster or warrior ritual from your hand or graveyard into the deck. And you only special summon one of these once per turn this way. So we can also discard this card to place a continuous trap card that mentions the ritual of light and darkness from your deck or graveyard onto your field face up. This is unaffected by your opponent's activated card effects while you have a ritual spell in your graveyard. And once per turn, you can banish 2 cards your opponent controls. I mean, that is freaking sweet for a little boss monster support. We also have the Skull Archfiend of Chaos. I find it very interesting that Skull Servant got some support in this, even though it's not even technically. A lot of these support cards, they're not technically classified as their original types. It's just they're here. So this is 2512. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. So if this card's in your hand or graveyard, you can target 3 cards in your graveyard and or face a banishment, including a card that mentions the ritual of light and darkness, other than Skull Archfiend of Chaos. Place them on the bottom of the deck in any order if you do special summon this card. So this is going to load back up some resources to keep the Congo line going. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send a ritual spell from your hand or deck to the graveyard to add a ritual monster mentioned on it from your deck to your hand. Alright, so this is going to be... It's actually pretty good. If you ritual this off, I mean, you just get some free support. Alright, now this is the Congo line buster himself. This is the mythical cleric sage. And no, he doesn't get to count. Alright, actually he might count as a Celtic guardian based on the Celtic sage here. But this card is gosh darn broken. So you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. If this card is normal or special summon, you can activate this effect. You can only special summon from the extra deck once for the rest of this turn. Reveal your entire hand to your opponent. If there's a card in it that mentions the ritual of light and darkness in it, draw 3 cards and then discard 2 cards. Why? We have a draw 2, or excuse me, a draw 3, discard 2. Sure. Now, you contribute this card to summon a ritual monster that mentions the ritual of light and darkness from the hand. This card just seems all the way around like a good support card for the deck. And then we have Gifo, and yeah, he doesn't even count as a Karibo, but I mean, that's fine, right? We can't win them all. We've got enough of these. So you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. It's quick effect. We can discard this card and activate one of these effects. The next battle or effect damage you would take this turn becomes 0. Or you can set a quick play spell or trap that mentions the ritual of light and darkness from your deck. It can be activated this turn. Or for the ritual summon of exactly 1 level 8 monster with a card effect that requires the use of monsters, this card can be used as the entire tribute. That's also pretty decent. I like that a lot. Now, the Black Chaos of Dark Magician of Chaos. Both of these arts look pretty freaking sick. So this is gonna, you can ritual summon this card with the Ritual of Light and Darkness. It's gonna come in at 2826. So it's got a pretty decent stat line. You can only use the first and third effects of this card's name once per turn. So if this card is special summoned, you can add a spell card from your graveyard to your hand. So we're maintaining the old stat line. Unaffected by your opponent's activated effects unless they target this card. Spells and traps you control cannot be destroyed or banished by your opponent's card effects. I mean, that's not necessarily too crazy. And you can target a card your opponent controls and banish it face down. Okay. This, for modern, retrains, this feels pretty decent. I'm actually okay with this. At least the summon of this is refunding you back a spell card for more use. And then, of course, you have the legendary Blackluster Soldier himself. Freaking amazing art. Both versions are gorgeous. This is the Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Light and Darkness, standing at 3,250. Now, you can ritual summon this card with the Ritual of Light and Darkness, and you can only use the first and third effects of this card's name once per turn. So if this card is special summon, you can target a card your opponent controls, banish it. Cannot be destroyed by battle, and it's unaffected by your opponent's activated effects unless they target this card. That's pretty interesting. And when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can make it gain 1,500 attack, and if you do, you can make a second attack in a row. The fact you're getting 4,500 attack immediately afterwards is pretty broken. And then our new ritual spell, the Ritual of Light and Darkness. Ritual spells have to be really, really strong in modern era times to even get the player base to want to look at these cards. So you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. So we can ritual summon a Black Magician, the Dark Magician Chaos, or the Soldier of Light and Darkness from the hand by attributing monsters from your hand or field, and or banishing monsters from your graveyard whose total level equal or exceed its level. This is actually pretty nice. The fact that we now have multiple, they basically fixed rituals, at least for this set. You can distribute from the hand or banish from the graveyard. That's amazing. Now, if this is in the graveyard, you can add it in one card that mentions the Ritual of Light and Darkness from your graveyard to your hand. Yes, that's a recurring spell card. So that Kariba you paid for the whole tribute? Yeah, you can pick it back up and this. Which is pretty good. We've also got the Mystic Box of Chaos. Oh my gosh. Actually seeing DMOC going into the Mystic Box. That's so cool. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets another card or card you control, return one of those cards you control to the hand. If set, reveal it, and if you do, destroy one card on the field. Then you can special summon a monster that mentions the Ritual of Light and Darkness from your hand with a different name than the return card, ignoring its summoning conditions. If this card is destroyed by your opponent, you can special summon a ritual monster that mentions the Ritual of Light and Darkness from your hand or deck. That's pretty awesome. Chaos hats. We did. Well, first of all, I didn't think I'd see a retrain of magical hats, but okay. So when your opponent activates a normal spell, trap card, or monster effect, choose 3 spells and traps with different names from each other from your deck and 1 monster in your main monster zone that mentions the Ritual of Light and Darkness. If you do, special summon the chosen specials, or special summon the chosen spells and traps as normal monsters whose name is Chaos Hats in face down defense position. Set that chosen monster and shuffle them on the field. Then your opponent activated effect becomes destroy one monster set. That's hilarious. Ooh, this was the trap card that was mentioned earlier. Mind Shuffle. Oh, that seems very familiar. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn, and you cannot activate this card's first effect and second effects in the same chain. During either player's turn, you can add a monster that mentions the Ritual of Light and Darkness from your deck to your hand and then discard a card. When your opponent activates card effect, you can return a level 7 or higher monster you control to the hand. So summon a monster with a different name from the hand that mentions the Ritual of Light and Darkness, ignoring its summoning conditions. What an interesting little support card. Honestly, this actually seems pretty interesting, but what do you guys think about these new cards? These seem pretty strong, and I'm actually all for this. So please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here today, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.